for him. Because of his hair.
He doesn't even need the road. Just wait up there, okay?
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
Alrighty, so we've done a bit of a sprint across the country. We left from Wolf Creek and went through Kununurra and Wyndham and did all that part. And then we've kind of just legged it across Northern Territory. We went up through Catherine, down to Mattaranka, spent the night there, which was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, had a couple of nights in Mattaranka, and it's a lot different.
Heaps different. So we came through last year in October, end of October.
Yeah.
And it was dead. There was literally like 6 vans there. When we went through this time, it was packed. Like it was, you could just, we just had a non-powered site, and it was just basically get a spot wherever you can get it.
Great atmosphere though. Like it was, it's saying that like you think, oh, it's jam packed, it's going to be crowded. It was a real awesome sort of atmosphere. It was raining, which was unfortunate, but it was, but yeah, real good atmosphere.
Yeah,
the pub was good. We
were there for Territory Night or Territory Day, which was really cool because that's the one day of the year where you can buy fireworks. So heaps of people had bought fireworks and were letting them off through that at the park all afternoon. And we went out to the whip cracking show and watched whip cracking going on.
Nathan Griggs.
That's it, Nathan Griggs.
Check him out.
Yeah, he was really good.
Awesome.
Don't tell people what the punchline is, buddy.
That's the secret.
Don't give it away. So that was really awesome. So we enjoyed it there. We went down to the hot springs again, had a bit of a swim, popped over to Nudist Springs as well, where you can sort of drift down the springs. And again, it was really different to last year because it was much clearer and not as much sort of gunk sitting on top of the water. So different experience. Just goes to show, doesn't it?
And once again, busy again, but still not overcrowded.
It's been good, really good. But we've done it pretty quickly over about 4 nights. We spent last night at Daly Waters pub, which we're so glad we did. Again, last year we came through, wasn't very busy. We just stopped there for lunch, didn't we, last time, and had a little bit of a look around. But this time we actually camped there. So it was $26 a night, and it was basically just like organised chaos. There were caravans everywhere. That was just for a non-powered site. They do have power and water sites, but I think you got to get there pretty early to get those ones. So we weren't fussed. We just wanted somewhere to spend the night. So obviously the power and water sites would be more expensive, but $26 a night for us. We were pretty happy with that. Camped right there next to the pub. So we went and had dinner there, had a bit of a dance. They had live music, which was awesome. It was just really great. Really good atmosphere. Heaps of kids around for the other kids to play with, and we enjoyed that.
They had their beef and Barra night.
Beef and Barra night.
I think they do that every night, but that was a really well organised thing. If you're into that, beef and Barra, getting that, definitely get that.
It was really good. So we enjoyed that. We enjoyed sort of going through that sort of central north part of Northern Territory again at this time of the year. So
and we said we wanted to do that like at a different time of the year to see what it was like, and we have, and it's really good. So we've experienced both worlds.
I should also mention that Mattaranka was, like I said, we had an unpowered site again. We're at the Mattaranka homestead, and it was cafe that serves food all day long, and the bistro at night. So yeah.
And once again, they had live music as well too.
Yeah, live music. They had a big fire going all the time up at the
real good atmosphere
outside the pub, and yeah, well worth it. We enjoyed that. So where are we off to now?
We're heading up to Lorella Springs.
Yes, we are.
I remember this time.
So basically, we left Daly Waters early this morning. I think we were out of there by about 6:30 to head out across the Carpentaria Highway out to Lorella Springs. So you take this highway out here until the turn off to Lorella Homestead or Lorella Station, and then you head up a dirt track up to Lorella Station. So we'll see what that's like. I'm not exactly sure on the kilometres from the main, like the bitumen road here up to the station. So once we get there, I'll let you know. So yeah, so that's cool, and we're going to spend a few nights up there. Apparently it's 1 million acres of like bush tracks, forward driving tracks, waterfalls, swimming holes. So it should be good.
Yeah, fishing I think as well. You can do a bit of fishing there.
Absolutely. So we'll do that, and then we're going to continue along the Savannah Way into Queensland. That's the plan.
So we'll just knock out this Lorella Springs first, see what it's like.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
It has been raining last week, so the dirt track out there may be mud track, so we'll see how it goes.
Be interesting.
Alright guys, so another tech tip here for when you're driving along real dusty roads. So we've just come, we've done the Tanami track, and we've done a lot of dirt and dusty roads out of the back of Kununurra and Wyndham. So I just like to just check on my air filter and things like that, because we've had a lot of dust and we've been behind some road trains, things like that. So there's a lot of dust stirred up, and the engine's going to be sucking in a fair bit of dust. So always make sure in between services and things like that. Obviously, if I've been on dusty roads, I'll crank out the air filter and just have a look at it. I always carry two, or I have a spare, so I've always got two air filters, obviously one in the car and a spare one. So I'll just, yeah, definitely urge people to carry a few spares. I've also got a spare fuel filter in case we get some bad fuel from somewhere and blocks up the fuel filter. So carry a few spares. I've got belts, things like that as well, but never had to use them, touch wood, so that's good, but it's always good to have them. So yeah, right now I'm just we're on the side of the road just having some breakfast, and I figured now's a good time to just check out the air filter. So we'll have a look, see how blocked up it is. That always happens. Alright, now we've obviously got an aftermarket airbox here, so it takes a little bit longer to get the air filter out, but should only take you 5 minutes. So I pop the bonnet, have a look, make sure it's all good. Now if you don't have a spare one, just get the other one out and give it a good tap, give it a smack against the tyre, try and get all that dust and debris out so you can keep chugging along. Anyway, let's have a look inside here. Yep, she's pretty dusty. You can see there's a fair bit of dust all through that, so I'll take that off and we'll chuck the spare one on. So as you can see there, dirty, clean, and it's fairly blocked up, so yep, good thing. We'll change that one out, put the clean one in, and then we'll go check the cabin filter inside. Another good advantage to these aftermarket boxes, clear lids. So you can just look in and have a look, you don't have to open anything. All good, keep going. Anyway, we'll do that cabin filter. Alright, so we're in the car now, and most modern cars have cabin filters, which is pretty much just to filter all the air that's coming from the outside before it goes through your air conditioning, through your blower motor, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, so when you're travelling on a dirt road, we always have it on fresh. It sounds like it's counterproductive, but you're getting fresh air in and it gets filtered through your cabin filter. If you have it on recirculate, it creates like a negative pressure inside the vehicle, and then it actually sucks more air in through, more dust in, through all the seals and things like that. Sort of like your cabin pressurizer on your caravan, how it's blowing air into the van to pressurize the seals. So the same sort of thing in the car. You put it on fresh air comes in, pressurizes the car, and stops the dust coming in through all your door seals and vents and things like that. So anyway, what we got to do is we'll change or check it and see how dusty it is. So usually it's in behind the glove box. Obviously all cars are different. This is 200 series, so this is where ours is. Pull a little cover off, and then you pretty much have got your air filter, which is just tucked in there. And if you hold your tongue right, out she pops. So that's actually not too bad. There's a little bit of dust and that sort of stuff in there. Fairly clean. I only just changed this out about, I don't know, 2 months ago when I serviced the car, because obviously we do a lot of dirt roads and things like that, so I'll change that out as well. But anyway, we'll give her a dust out and we'll chuck it back in. Obviously, if you've got a compressor, giving it a blowout would be a good idea, but my compressor isn't that good for the tyres, so maybe when we rebuild the cruiser, she'll get a good air system. But at the moment, this is all she's going to get. That should be alright. Good to go back in. Alright, with those little items sorted, we're good to hit the road, so let's keep on travelling.
Alrighty, so not long before you get to Cape Crawford, you come to a little intersection where you turn left to head towards Roper Bar, and there's a sign here behind me, as you can see, telling you that Lorella Springs is along this road. So it's 135 kilometres along dirt road before you hit the station. You can come from the other way as well, so you turn from up near Mattaranka and you head from the north down towards Lorella Springs. So there are other ways you can go as well, but this is the way that we've decided to come. Yeah, so basically it's taken us about 3 hours or so to get from the turn off back down near Daly Waters. And now we're going to hit this dirt road and see what it's like. So hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Mark's just letting the tyres down now. We'll put the dust reduction system on and just head along, see what happens.
$30 sounds good.
Radio, stick with that.
If in doubt, let more out. you don't see that every day on your travels into your campsite, do you? How good's that?
Certainly know that you're in cattle country when you start seeing all that going on.
All the cows everywhere.
Yeah. Very cool.
I was going to put the drone up too to do a bit of a see how.
That would have been interesting.
So, it's been whacked by that helicopter.
Maybe a little bit later.
Alright, so we're just having a bit of an inspection. We're almost there. Oh, I've got about 30 k's to go, but I know that road was shocking coming in. The last probably 60, 80 k's. Yeah, pretty rough, even with tyres down, all that sort of stuff. Just, I don't know if it's just because we've had rain recently or just the roads are shocking, but I thought we'd just check the van out. I reckon we're going to have some damage, but let's see. Anything?
Just the jalapenos have undone a little bit.
There you go, not too bad. Just the jalapenos, or jalapenos as we call them.
And the microwave.
The lid's come off in the fridge, but that's alright. There's only a little bit of water. And, oh yeah, the microwave. I don't know if you can see that, but she's pushed in a little bit. I think it's probably come off its mounting there, so we'll have to sort that out when we get into the homestead, which is fine. Bugger. Anyway, it's probably a good thing about not having a microwave up there. Imagine if that fall out. You're going to do some serious damage. At least it's only just going straight to the floor.
That comes out of there regularly now.
Regularly
even on
now.
Bitumen Road.
Yeah, so we've obviously got a fault there. We'll have to sort that out. Anyway, apart from that, obviously everything else isn't too bad. Nothing's super broken.
Good.
Always good.
Considering the road, it was
Considering
pretty
that
bad.
road, like I say, that's in my top 3 of worst roads we've ever been on. That's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, let's keep going. I think every dad or husband does this. We'll just see if she gets really cranky. Anyway, we'll see what she does. Here we go. What's she gonna do? What's the reaction? Oh, she's gonna be cranky. Ooh, we're gonna have to put a beep on that one. See, I told you. Oh.
Alrighty, so we're heading out on our first day trip here at Lorella Springs. So the options are you can actually camp all over the station. So there's campgrounds all around the place at all different attractions. So you can take out your caravans to a lot of it, and you can also just choose to take swags or tents or rooftops or whatever like that. We decided that we are just going to base ourselves here at the homestead and then just do day trips in and out. So today we're going to head out to Snapping Handbag, Billabong, Nudie Hot Springs, Pandennis Ridge Hot Springs. We might go down to Gateway Gorge and check that out as well. But it just depends on what the tracks are like and how long it takes on the tracks and things like that. So we're just going to suss it all out and play it by ear, hey?
Yeah, I mean, ideally you'd want to spend a week here.
At least a week, I reckon. Yeah.
So you know, we don't have that time, so we're just going to do a few things and yeah.
We've got 3 full days to go out and look around. So somebody want to do the gate?
I'll do it.
So we'll just head out and do it that way. Definitely something we're probably going to put on our list to come back and spend a lot of time here and go out and actually camp in the different sites and things like that. So you can go right up to the Gulf, right out to the beach, which we're definitely going to do because that'll be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just so much to do. I mean, the map's massive and it's just...
Yeah, well, we've got 1 million acres, so...
Yeah. They did tell us a lot of places that are dried up already, so they sort of said don't...
There's no point going there because it won't be any good.
Or go, but expect that it's going to be dried up, so... Yeah. We'll just have to do what we can do and enjoy it. For day number 1 of adventure.
Yeah. So you get a bit of a mud map sort of thing of where all the tracks are, but it's still fairly vague, so they do recommend you talk to the guys up at the homestead before you head out and they'll just let you know the best way of going. The map you get's not too bad, it's pretty good considering it's 1 million acres and they've sort of condensed it down to a map that big.
And they say it's very much not to scale. It's just like trying to get all the things on there that you're most likely to want to go see. But there's heaps of signs on the bushes and on the tracks, so it really gives you a good idea of where everything is when you get to like a turn off or something. It tells you what's down there, how far away it is, all that sort of stuff.
That's pretty good, easy enough to follow.
Yeah. So this track that we're taking now is called the Old Rosie track, and they've told us that this one's more of an extreme 4-wheel drive track. So another reason why we're not towing the caravan out here today, because we thought we'd try this track and see what it's like. So it goes up to Rosie Rock Pools and Rosie Cascades and things like that. So we're going to take this one and see what it's like and check out the things up here at this end. I'm going to take a different track on the way back. If this takes a long time to get through, there's another option to come back on. So it's good.
Lots of little different roads you can take.
Yeah, very cool. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, that's Buffalo Billabong there.
Did it say it?
Yeah. Looks like 100 metres that way.
There's no buffalo there.
Right. I don't really want to go wandering 100 metres up there and there is a buffalo.
You got to run 100 metres back.
This is your extreme 4x4.
I wouldn't really call it extreme.
Here's for Ma and Pa in their high ace.
Yeah, that was a stick. Alright.
Alrighty, so we've made our way down here to Cascades, and you can certainly see why it would be called Cascades, but only really when the river's running, because at the moment it's not running at all. You can see where the rocks here, where it would have flowed over the rocks here quite nicely, and it provides like a little bit of a swimming area down the bottom here. So a beautiful little spot, but just unfortunately there's not much water coming through here at the moment, so it's pretty dry and stagnant, but still a beautiful place. Back up on the other side, a little bit further up, there was a nice spot that looked like it would be good for fishing, so we're going to head up there, park up and do a bit of fishing and have some lunch. But yeah, it's still beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. It's just not much water through here today.
Barra Hunt, still unsuccessful. We always come in the wrong times of the year, I think.
And the wrong times of the day.
Wrong times of the day, wrong times of the year, wrong person fishing.
Wrong everything.
Yeah. Anyway, beautiful little spot. We had a bit of lunch here, as you can see down the river there, or whatever you want to call this creek. Really quite nice.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
We think we saw a crocodile just before, so we came down to have a bit of a gander, and by the time we got down here it had
Gone under.
gone under. So it's probably not a log. We thought it might have been a log, but it wasn't. Or
You've got the binoculars out. was gone by the time I came back.
She's getting old. Anyway, keep trekking on.
Yeah, we're going to go to Hot Springs now.
Yeah, I was going to go jump at a hot spring. Give up fishing today.
Yeah.
Get the kids there chomping at the bit to get wet.
They want to swim.
They want to swim, so we'll go check out which one, Nudie or
Pandennis, I think, first.
We'll go to that one first. Anyway, we'll go jump in the car and we'll get trekking onto that.
Alright, so we've come down to Pandennis Ridge Hot Spring. It's a cute little spring. We're here all on our own at the moment, so it kind of looks like it's going to feel like our private little swimming pool. So this is warm. Does it feel warm, Rafi?
Yep.
Yeah? And here it is, this little spring here that
It feels so
gets fed.
warm. Wow, it's very shallow.
From a little creek on the side there.
You can't do
cute.
bombies in it, darling, can you?
Definitely not.
That's what it is. It's just its own little spring here. It's right in the middle of all these Pandennis palms. Don't know how they came up with the name. Quite cute.
Dad, you're going in.
Very cool. Is it warm?
Warm.
Yeah.
Very murky.
Yeah.
It gets very deeper up here. Really deep. Holy. Okay, I'm up and in. Okay, I'm up.
How is it, Ari?
Nice.
Really nice?
And warm.
Warm.
I told you it's nice. Now it's getting deep. And yucky at the bottom. Like yucky. Like dirty. And yucky. Yeah. Oh, look how far I am.
Alright, so second on our spring tour is Nudist Springs.
Oh, I should probably go take this off.
Yeah, we're ready for our little nudie debut.
Apparently you don't have to be nude for
No,
it.
apparently you don't, but
That's
hey,
just what it's called.
you just never know. So yeah, we'll check this one out. Alright, so here we are at Snapping Handbag Billabong. Just going to pop down here and see how the fisherman's going. Nice little place. Beautiful, clear looking water. Don't think I'd swim in there with a name like Snapping Handbag Billabong, but it's pretty place to go to. Anything?
No.
Anything that resembled anything?
No, no.
You caught a tree?
You drunk?
So here's the billabong. It's quite pretty. Can't see any snapping handbags. Seen any snapping handbags, Dad?
Nah. Seen a few tree branches.
You caught a few tree branches, have you?
Yeah, it's just annoying. There's no real spots that are just nice and flat to stand on. You're sort of on these edges. But
We'll give it a go.
if it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
True. So all throughout the property there's these little boats and canoes around the place where you can actually just jump on and use them as you will. So this wouldn't be a bad little spot to use the little boat that's here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too late in the afternoon for us to do that, but I reckon it wouldn't have been a bad thing to do a bit earlier. We just zip down on this little boat and paddle down the Billabong and check it out. But anyway, not today.
Not today.
A little bit of wildlife on the way home. Oh, there he goes. Oh, little baby one. Oh, a tiny baby one.
Morning.
All right, we are day 2. Decided we'd get up a bit earlier this morning and get out onto the track so as that we could fit a bit more in. So we're headed up to the Gulf, so right up to the beach, which is about 80 k's along the track. We expect it's probably going to take us about 2.5 hours to get out there. But hopefully there's going to be some good fishing and we can just check out the camping areas around there, and there's a big inlet where the river runs in. We can try and spot some crocodiles, so that should be pretty cool.